Hello and welcome. Today I'll be showing you some things that I've created in the Minecraft Bedrock edition of Minecraft. Now this includes some little bit technical stuff involving binary. Now if you don't know what binary is, it's the language that your computer runs on, that all computers run on. Binary is basically a bunch of zeros and ones that are basically meaning on or off, and that binary is then translated into numbers. And so then that's what I did. So right here, you can see I have some binary. So if you don't know binary, 0 or 1, 0 1 meaning like on or off here. So you can, so if you don't know how binary works, basically how you get any number through here is quite simple. Well, I say quite simple, but it is sort of complicated, but once you get it, it'll be fine. So I was talking, in the randomizer video, I was talking about, doing, for the randomizer doing binary, because then with this, either you get here or you get there, but say you fire this one and it goes that way, and then so it fires these two randomizers. Those two randomizers don't get affected, so you don't get that randomization, so you don't get the full thing. And so then if this was incorporated into binary, then it'd be like, well, you're kind of wasting two chances to get a number from there, because this would just be 4. Yeah, I think just these two would be 4. But then if you utilized all of them, then you would 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is a number like 16. And so then however many possibilities of things you can get in there, that's the number that it translates to. So since it is counting 0, then it goes from 0 to 15. But anyway, that's so how do you get every number? Because you have all the possibilities. So say I want 5. 5 is in the middle of 0 and 15, so you can get it with just say the 5 randomizers here. But how do you get it? So each 0 and 1 represents something. Well, the zeros just represent 0. So if you have all 0, that's just equal to 0. So you add all the numbers here. So this is 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 8, 0, 16. So it's 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So it just doubles, multiplies by 2. So then you're thinking, well, like, that can't get any number. But so think of a number that is like 31 to 0. You can get that in this. I think it's 31. Yeah, it's 31. So let's say you pick 7. So how you do it? 7, so 4, because 8's too big, 16's too big, so then you subtract 4 from it, so then you have 3 left, so then you have the 2, and then you have the 1. So this is 7 right here. And so then what I did, I translated it into piston, or the signal strength. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is what this contraption does. It actually translates the zeros and ones into an actual piston, or however many pistons are extended and stuff. So right here I added in a randomizer so I can like randomize the number. But I'll quickly run you through how this works. So the basic thing is just it goes through this right here and it gets outputted into the thing. That's the very basic there. But now it starts getting a little bit more complicated with adding signal strength onto it. So say I have 1 here, but then I have 2. So how do I add the 2 plus 1 to get 3? So what I did is if this redstone length is on right here, then this piston will extend, meaning that if I do this, then it'll translate out into that, and so I'll add 3. If this second one isn't out here, then the signal strength doesn't get to the 2, meaning that piston doesn't extend, so it's just 1. It's just the 1 there. And so then I then repeated that process down, but as you can see, if you get to 4, yeah, 4. So onto 4 you can add 2 or you can add 1. So I had to make it to where this one would also add it onto there. And to do that, all I could have done was just put a comparator there. But then of course, if you want to add the 2 and the 1, then you need to have the 1 come out here. And so now I was having a little bit of trouble with that. I actually made like 3 versions of this. The first one was in this area here. I was just basically like, okay, this goes there, so I'll have it to where it goes up from the bottom and say, oh, these 2 need to be activated. So I have like pistons extending, and it was just basically a wire of redstone, well, a jumble of redstone. And I thought, like, this is gonna get so much more complicated if you add more bits. So this is actually infinitely expandable. But I mean, adding 1 more bit will actually double it, because you can either get a 0 or a 1. 0 meaning none of this, or 1 meaning all of this, plus whatever else you need there. So each bit basically doubles what you can get here. So, so whenever I want to add 1 here, I do that, and then if I want to add the 2, I do that. And then what I did, okay. So then after the jumble of redstone, I made another one, and I was trying to get like a system working. Like, this is a system. It's a system of everything that's happening. It's not just a jumble of redstone. So I wanted to develop a system. I was working on it. I was trying to make it compact with like the with one space, but I was just like, and I came up with this system here. And so then I wanted the signal strength to translate through this way, but not for the signal strength to transfer through this way, and I couldn't think of how to do it. And then I thought, well, there's this like, I didn't think it was like really needed. I can't even speak. That it's like, if you have just a normal redstone, then it can't go into another redstone. If you have like a repeater or a comparator, then it goes through. So this redstone dust, it doesn't get translated into this row here, but the comparator signal strength there goes into there, but both of them get translated out into there. So I could have both there and that there. But then I ran into the problem of let's see, of right here. So I had to have the bit of redstone dust here, so this piece of redstone dust wouldn't overwrite this signal strength, but then this one had to be a piece of redstone dust. So how would I transfer that piece of redstone dust to that piece of redstone dust? Because the only way to get it would be to get a comparator either there or there, and that would be overriding some data. And so then I couldn't think of a solution. I had tons of space here, so I was like trying to go underneath, and I was just like, no, that's gonna be noodle redstone again. So I started making it with the 2, and so then I did a bit of that, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna try 1 space again. So I did that, and I got to here again. I was like, so what should I do? Add a comparator right there. It automatically translates it through. Without disrupting any signals or whatever. So that was a simple solution. So then I just repeated that through. So as you can see, this happens every 2, this happens every 4, this happens every 8, this happens every 16. I think, yeah, that should be, yeah. And so then, of course, I got to the problem of what happens if it goes over it, like, because whenever you extend it, then what happens if you can't get the right signal strength to go through? So what I did is I simply added a repeater. This only has like 1 item in it, so I translated that all the way over here, and I just simply added 1 here. So let me actually turn everything off, turn everything else off anyways. So I basically have it to where it goes there, and the signal strength runs out there, but then it gets a re-added signal strength there. So if you wanted to expand it, you just have to continuously repeat that. and then I have this just to extend it to that one block there, and then that would go on, and yeah, it's pretty simple. So I can show the randomizer going off here. Wait for all the pistons to retract. Oh, interesting. Looks like signs get updated if they get a pulse. So we have 3 less signs, and it looks like I got those 3 right there, which was, I believe, the first example. Yeah, the 7. So that goes off to 7. So this gets a random thing here. So that goes all the way to there. And so then, of course, I made this, and it was just like, you know what I want to do? You can have 2 values here, but what if you have 3 values? So I made what I like to call trinary, just because. So I found out this thing with pistons, which I'll probably show this off in the next video, where you can have a very simple randomizer. So right here, this is trinary. So it's the same thing here, either on or off or whatever. And then I'll push it across. But before it pushes it across, these 2 pistons will try and activate at the same time, and only one can activate. There's a 50-50 chance of actually this piston is pushing down to get the other number. So I made trinary here, and it's actually about the same amount of pistons, because if you see here, to calculate how many probabilities that you can get 2 to the power of n, equals the probability. These were 5 bits right here, so you could get 32 probabilities. But now this one is 3 to the power of n equals b. So I have 3, so, only 3, but it still gets 27. So as you can see, trinary really amps up how quick something would go. So just imagine computers with 3 bits. Oh, well, not 3 bits, but like 3 values. So anyways, so right here, I can show you this in action. These are my manual switches here. So I can get 1, I can get 2, and then that piston automatically goes there. And then I can also get 3. So I was thinking, how would trinary work if it was a thing? So I went to thinking and said, well, I could do, well, what would happen if I do like 0, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, like do the same system, but do it here. So I was thinking like, well, you can get 1, 2, but how would you get 3? You would have to put them both on at the same time, but they're under 1 bit, the bit of information here. So I couldn't think of it at the time. Then I thought like, well, what if you put for the next value the next thing that you need? So 0, 1, 2, you can't get a 3, so I put a 3, 3, 4, 5, you can't get a 6, so you put a 6, 6, 7, 8, can't get a 9, so you put it onto here, 9, 10, 9, and then you get 11, then you get 12, then you get 13, 14, 15, yeah, 15, 16, 17, but then you can't get 18, so you put 18 there, and of course now you see a pattern. So 0, 1, 2, 0, 3, 6, and 0, 9, 18. So this goes over by, so the 1 is multiplied by 3 to get 3, 3 is multiplied by 3 to get 9, and whatever value it is, double it, or no, it was something like, well, so you just double 3 times 2 equals 6, 9 times 2 equals 18. So you basically can do that. So I just made this right here, and then it works a little bit differently as it's like spaced out a bit more, just to kind of do that. But as you see, with the third trinary bit here, you're already getting into higher than 15. So yeah, I just decided to stop there and not do 5, because 5 would be ridiculous with the 3 bits here. And so I just want to make this for fun, and I literally only got a 1 value from this. So yeah, I just decided to make this just because I got nothing. There we go. And so then you can see, oh yeah. So I didn't want the button interacting with this piston because then it would be a 50-50 chance. So now both those pistons will try and activate at the same time. So here we go. This will actually be, here we go. So now, yep, that piston extending that. So then now it goes all the way out here. I think that's, yeah, so that's 18. This is 18 right here, and if you add anything onto there, then it would be more than 18. So yeah, this is kind of a fun little project that I did. Oh, got one again. Here we go. Got two this time. The piston extended. Here we go. Oh, that's a lot. I think it's, yep, it's that one, plus 1. So it's 19. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of do this and kind of explain binary a little bit, and explain like the fundamentals of it, because I kind of wanted to do this and I kind of learned how binary works. You basically put in the next value that's not possible. So 0, 1, you can't get 2, so you put 2, 2, 3, you can't get 4, so you put 4, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 7, you can't get 8, so you put 8, and so then, yeah, so this is, just a little project that I did, and I wanted to kind of show off. I also got 50 total subscribers. I felt like saying million or thousand or something after that, but no. Of course it's not million or thousand. Because I'm not that popular at all. But I got 50 subscribers in total. So I wanted to do something special. So if you guys suggest anything to do, like maybe do something live, I could do that, or do something else. I'm not sure. It's up to you. I could make a game on Unity or something like that. But I did want to celebrate this tiny milestone here. This is important for me as a small YouTuber. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna make that video later. Bye!